Mate, good to see you back. The last time
Thank you, Gareth.
you were here, we were a couple of fields over and you were talking us round the triple moors. A few months later, you're back and you have something new that you want to talk about here.
Yes, thank you for having us back. Today we're showing you the Fusion Pro, which is a model we launched last year at the ploughing. This is one of 3 fixed chamber balers that we build in Mayo. We start off with the standard Fusion 3, which is a net-only machine. We then have the top end, which is the Fusion 3 Plus, which can use plastic or net. And then in the middle, we fit now the Fusion 3 Pro, which is a net-only machine, but it's got all the features of a Plus machine.
Is it a fair comment, and I don't mean to jump in over you, is it a fair comment to say that the Fusion 3 Plus is very popular in Ireland, but there are other markets that still operate net only?
There is indeed, yeah. In Ireland here, people have been on Bale silage now for a lot of years. They're obsessed with quality. I would safely say 4 out of 5 Fusions that we sell in Ireland now is a Plus. Again, Ireland is a big contractor market, and the contractor has to be able to accommodate all jobs, whether it's net or plastic, so indeed he will need a Plus machine. In other markets, a lot of farmers have their own, and they're quite happy working with net and 6 layers of film.
Yes, so this machine is basically top of the range net only version.
Correct, correct. Which again here in Ireland, a lot of contractors or farmers go for this option. The advantage of this machine is you've got all your adjustments in the cab, so you can set your density, you can set the amount of net you want to put on the bale. As well as that, you've got the Isaacan control box, so you've got a built-in camera, so it shows the bale transferring to the wrapper and then from the wrapper to the ground. Machine itself has a lot of very similar Fusion features, like the load sensing hydraulics and the single axle. On the one we're showing here today, we're operating on a 1000-speed gearbox, which is an option, but a very popular option at the moment. Down from that, we're on the camless pickup, which is the McHale design 6-tine camless pickup, feeding back into the large diameter rotor. And then you've got the selectable knife option, so you can use 12, 13 or all 25 knives. You now have got the option of adding on moisture and weighing on the machine, which is quite popular with a lot of farmers. So we can fit to this machine a moisture pad in the chamber, so as the grass comes from the rotor, it takes a reading. As well as that, on the rear of the machine, we weigh the bale as it's been dropped to the ground. So the machine will subtract the amount of net and plastic being used, and then it will give an average weight of every bale in a given job. So when we're finished here in the field today, we were looking at the average of about 690 kgs on the bales with about 40% moisture.
And we're set up in the tractor here, we can literally print off a ticket for Farmer Gareth with his bale count, or staple that to invoice, receipt, or whatever way you want to do
Correct.
it. It's all now, it's all there, and it's in the cab.
It's bringing the thing into a more professional level. In the cab itself now, we can program in the customer's name, his address, the farm name. We can even select the field. So on the receipt, as you said, when the job is complete, by pressing a button, it'll print a little receipt like a credit card receipt. So it gives all the details from when the time of the job was done, how many bales were in the field, moisture, weight, whether we chopped or not, how many layers of plastic was on the bale, and when we're finished, we can hand it to the customer and we can print a copy for our own use.
Off the top of your head, how many years is the McHale Fusion concept on the go?
We built the first Fusion in Mayo in 2002, was the first machine. We were very fortunate that the first machine we built worked extremely well. Oftentimes you go to the field, it's a short event and you're back to the R&D section again. But this machine went out one Friday evening, it baled and wrapped 30 bales non-stop, and we knew at that stage that we had a machine that was going to work very, very well. We're fortunate, Gareth, that machine is #1 worldwide. And I'm honestly in telling you that anywhere you go in the world, the McHale Fusion is recognised as the combination machine. It's a simple, strong-built machine that works very well in all types of conditions. Nowhere in the world will you get conditions as tough as what you do here in Ireland, as regards heavy crops, wet ground, long seasons where we start baling maybe April, May, all the way through till September, October. Customers doing maybe 12, 15,000 bales per year, which is way above the norm as you go around the world. So we're fortunate that the testing ground is exceptionally good here in Ireland. It allows us to produce an exceptionally good machine as well as that, when you're number one, you have to stay in front. So as you said, we built the Fusion 1 from 2002 up to 2008. We then introduced the Fusion 2, which brought a lot of good changes. The Fusion 3 then came in 2013, and since that we've expanded into 3 different models. So we're continuously improving the range. And from a customer point of view, it's a nice experience when you change an older model for a newer model and see all the improvements we've done from what they've had before.
That is a fact. A customer, the end user, likes to see improvements, and that is one thing that I can say with my hand in my heart as guys that we have filmed and worked with over the years have moved through the ranges. They always like to see the improvements, and that, you know, for me is things like going to the plastic. People have really liked that. They talk about the quality. For me, that's your drop floor, and things like up into the 1,000 speed. You know, correct. Maybe you'll argue different, but that's...
No, they're all pluses, as you said. A lot of it is feedback from users. You know, we have to listen to our customers. We have to listen to what they want. We've done a huge amount of change here to the pickup of this machine. We've made the rotor bigger. We've stood it farther forward in the machine. This time of year, you're baling short, wet green grass that's very sticky. So with the 6-tine bar camless pick up into the larger rotor, we've got the flex intake, which allows the baler to actually swallow through the crop a lot easier. So it increases the output and reduces the chances of blocking.
Is the Fusion 4 coming soon or what?
Never say never. I wouldn't say soon, but without a shadow of a doubt, at some stage there will be a 4. We've no plans at the moment. The 3 is doing its job extremely well, and as I say, we have broadened the range, but you cannot stay still in this job. So within a couple of years, I'd imagine we'll start looking at the next range of Fusions. And if they do as well as the previous, we'll be very, very happy.
McHale had always a tremendous stand at all of the major shows, and you know, we're in September now. It would have been sort of your home turf show. Correct. Coming up now with the Irish ploughing, and you know, it's been difficult to get out there, but how are you finding, you know, is it moving to the social media help you guys, or?
Yeah, to be fair, Garrett, we were, you know, we'd only one show this year. We started off with the show in the UK with Lama. That was the only show we'd done as a company. Normally we'd have probably 20 shows clocked up at this stage. We missed the in contact with the customer, you know, the bit of feedback. Yes, the machine worked well, but could we do this or could we do that? And that's always very important to us as a manufacturer. We like feedback from our customer. As well as that direct contact, if a guy is running a Fusion, he may be interested in a mower, or interested in a rake, or interested in a bale wrapper, so it helps with sales as well. But we've been fortunate this year. The factory's been very, very busy, and production has been good all the way through. And a lot of machines have sold quite well out of stock. But I would like to see that the show thing or the demo thing will come back into action next year, just to bring the whole thing back into life again. Yeah. The media thing, like yourselves, I have to say, has done us very, very well. Since we've done the mower clip, we've had a lot of good feedback from customers that have watched it, liked it, and there's a lot of people ready to move from a front and rear mower into a butterfly mower. So that type of thing helps in a year like this.
Absolutely. Well, Mike, all I can say is, on behalf again of GRASSMEN, thanks for throwing us up the Fusion 3 Pro. You know, you're aware at this stage the plan is that today was a setup day. We know it's late in the season, we understand that, but we're hoping if the weather holds, we're going to try and get out and make a few bales, and all the money that we can get from making a few bales is going to be given to charity. So it's something that, you know, it's still nice, no matter how bad it is out there, to give a little back. So we thank you for giving us the ability to do that with the machine, and hopefully we can showcase it for you as we go along.
You're more than welcome, Garrett, and we're glad to help.
Thank you.